Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel. If this is your first time here, welcome. And if it's not your first time here, thanks for coming back. So today, I wanted to talk about the brands that I want to try in 2022. Once again, I had to really think about what year next year is. So I just thought I'd do a little chatty video and talk to you guys about the brands that either I have never tried before that I want to try next year, or brands that I've tried like 1 or 2 products from, but I want to try more from next year. By the way, as I'm going through these brands, if you've tried things from these brands, please let me know your recommendations down below because I would love to try out. Obviously, that's what this whole video is about. I want to try these brands and I need you guys to tell me what I should try from these brands. It's so interesting. The last, I would probably say last few months, I've actually started watching videos from creators that are new to me, that aren't necessarily new creators, but they're turning me on to new brands, new products, and new things and new thoughts I haven't had before. It's so interesting when you start to watch different creators and hear their thoughts and opinions and reviews on things. It just opens your eyes up to so much more makeup than we even thought we knew about. There's a lot of makeup. I've been really getting back into eyeshadow palettes. I think for a long time, kind of mid-year, beginning of this year, I wasn't excited for any new eyeshadow palettes launching. So there are some brands that I definitely want to try, specifically their eyeshadow palette. Some of these indie brands that I'm interested in trying. So Odin's Eye is the first brand, Kaleidos, and Sydney Grace. So these are 3 indie brands that I've been hearing about from Teresa is Dead. I've been hearing about from Angelica Nyqvist and Lauren May Beauty. Those are 3 creators that they're not new, but they're new to me. Like I just started watching them recently and they all 3 rave about indie shadows and specifically these 3 brands. So Odin's Eye, when they came out with their Legendary Diversa collection this year, I'm so close to buying the Red Dragon palette. This is the second time I'm talking about this recently, and I don't know, I'm very tempted. I want to buy it. Just the look of their palettes, the look of the actual packaging, it's like works of art. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm not someone who does a lot of colorful looks, but I feel like their palettes could get me out of my comfort zone and could help me play with makeup a little bit more, and it inspires me is basically what I'm saying. So Odin's Eye is definitely one that I'm looking to try next year. And then Kaleidos, kind of on that same line as Odin's Eye, this indie brand that just has the most gorgeous packaging, the most gorgeous concepts, and their color stories look so beautiful, colorful, but also wearable. I'm really interested in trying some multi-chromes this year. I've really only bought from kind of mainstream brands. I haven't branched out into that indie world apart from Juvia's Place and stuff like that. So Kaleidos is another one that I'm super interested in. They have a couple of 5 or 6 pan palettes that I definitely would like to pick up just because I'm more drawn to smaller palettes nowadays. I feel like they're easier to use. Definitely looking to try some Kaleidos eyeshadows. And then the 3rd indie brand I was saying is Sydney Grace. Absolutely interested to try Sydney Grace, and it is a little bit more of a pricey type of indie brand, but it's an indie brand, and of course it costs more money for them to make their products. Their eyeshadows look gorgeous. I've heard so many people rave about their eyeshadows, and so I'm not super duper versed on Sydney Grace. I haven't actually researched the website. So if you have any suggestions for Sydney Grace, let me know. Definitely on my radar for next year. All right, the next brand that I'm interested to try next year is Flower Beauty. And I'm surprised I haven't tried more from Flower Beauty because they are pretty accessible. They are sold at the drugstore. I'm trying to think if I've tried anything from Flower. Yes, I have. Duh. My drawer is so full, I can't even open it. Hold, please.
A few moments later.
It's coming back to me now. This was the whole reason why I wanted to try Flower Beauty. So I bought, not too long ago, the Desert Lights palette from Flower Beauty. You guys, these are absolutely beautiful. I am beyond impressed with these metallic shadows. They are just super high shine, super foiled, gorgeous shadows, and they're I mean, this palette specifically is more of a neutral color story, so it's definitely more up my alley, but they do have the Jungle Lights palette, which was one that I was eyeing. But apart from those, I'm really interested to try her complexion products and their cheek products, like their blushes and their bronzers and their highlights. People rave about those all the time. Kelly Gooch talks about Flower Beauty Skin Tint. Yeah, a lot of people just talk about their products, and it's definitely something that I'm going to try next year, because I could just go down to Walgreens and pick this up, or CVS. They're sold at CVS. So yes, Flower Beauty is definitely going to happen next year. What do you suggest from Flower Beauty? Please let me know. Okay, and then another affordable brand that I would like to try next year, and I have tried, I think, 2 eyeshadow palettes from BH Cosmetics. So last year, you probably will have seen already my favorite affordable products from this past year. This was probably one of my favorite palettes that I tried this year. Actually, one of my favorite palettes that I've ever tried. This is the Naughty palette. This was 2020's holiday palette from BH Cosmetics. The quality of these shadows is unbelievable. The color story for a big palette actually is really nice. Like, I don't love big palettes, but I really like this and I feel inspired by this. And moreover, the quality for the price is so good. And Jelica Nyquist talks about BH Cosmetics all the time. She is the one who sold me on it. She really talks about the Paris palette. That is something I want to pick up. And the ones that came out this year that have like all the curse words as their titles. The Say It palettes, I think they're called. I'm definitely going to pick up some more eyeshadow palettes from BH. Let me know if there are any eyeshadow palettes from BH that you love that are still available that I should try. Okay, and then another indie brand that I'm interested to try is Kimchi Chic. So I'm surprised I haven't tried Kimchi Chic yet, because I'm a huge fan of RuPaul's Drag Race. Huge fan. I haven't watched it really in the past couple years, but up until a couple years ago, like the first 10 seasons I watched. And I love Kimchi, and I love Kimchi's makeup. She is just so good at makeup. I've heard Kathleen Lights talk a lot about Kimchi Chic and the products. She talks about the lip mask being her like favorite lip mask. Juicy Jazz talks about Kimchi Chic's loose powder, saying how awesome it is. So those are 2 things I'm thinking about. And the packaging. The packaging is so cute. So I'm definitely tempted and interested to try Kimchi Chic. That's on my radar for next year. More like the face products. Yeah, anything else you guys suggest? Okay, and then my last 2 brands that I would like to try are brands that are offered at Sephora. And the first one is Rose Inc. So this is Rosie Huntington Whiteley. Is that her name? I think that's her name. This is her brand. It's a celeb brand that actually I'm interested in, because it's not, I don't know, it doesn't seem like a cash grab to me. I like celebrity brands that if you didn't know who the person was, you could still appreciate the brand, like Rare Beauty. I don't feel like it's all about Selena Gomez. I feel like it's more of a really well done beauty brand that just happens to be, half owned by Selena Gomez or whatever the partnership is. That's how I feel about Rose Inc. I feel like if I didn't know it was a celeb brand, it still seems like a really good brand and a really like high quality, more like mid-priced. It's not super expensive, but specifically the cream blushes from Rose Inc. are what I want to try. So Julia Adams and Jamie Page Beauty talk about these cream blushes, how beautiful they are. The color Foxglove is on my mind, top of my mind, because they both love that kind of like terracotta-y, reddish, flushed looking cream blush. Definitely something I'm looking into picking up, and I'm keeping my eye out for more future releases from Rose Inc. And then the last brand that I wanted to mention is LYS Beauty. I've heard pretty much across the board people loving this brand. I've heard that the highlighters aren't great. They're more like sparkly highlighters, which I'm not a big highlighter person. My skin is like so shiny and oily as it is. I don't need any more shine most of the time. From LYS Beauty, I have heard so many people rave about the foundation, that it's like the perfect foundation. It's a serum foundation, so it's very lightweight, but it's more of like a medium to full coverage foundation. Now, I'm definitely more of like a medium coverage type of person. I don't love full coverage, but I've heard it's medium to full and a skin-like, lightweight, beautiful foundation. They've got several shades and it's only $20. So for Sephora, that's pretty low. So I'm definitely interested in the foundation from LYS, as well as the cream blush and the powder bronzer. Those are two other products I've heard great things about. Let me know down below, what have you tried from LYS Beauty? I feel like the price point on Sephora is there, the packaging's gorgeous, and I've heard good things about a lot of their products, so I'm excited to try them next year. All right, and that is it for this video. Leave me a comment down below letting me know if you've tried any of these brands, what I should pick up, and also let me know any brands you want to try next year. Maybe you haven't tried them at all, or maybe you've tried one or two products and you want to try more. I would honestly love to hear, because these aren't just the only ones I want to try. I want to discover more new brands. So if you can share some with me, that would be awesome. I would so appreciate that. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. That really helps me out a lot. And also, I would love for you to subscribe before you leave if you haven't already. I do upload videos weekly, both beauty and fashion videos. And I want to thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you next time. Bye.